Good everyone. I hope you guys have an amazing day. So, in the last episode, I did mention about the prompts, the advantage of using a prompt. So, what I'll do today, right? I'm just gonna make this part very smaller today because um, in the later series, you can see that uh, you can see more hands-on with respect to how to create a prompt and use it in a Salesforce application. And we also going to discuss Copilot as well going forward. So obviously, the prompt template, in prompt engineering, where you ask your LLM a question in the form of a prompt, and LLM will return back the query based on the intent specified, the goals you want to achieve, and the instructions you feed into your large language model. Now, the prompt template is very handy if you have, let's say, a generic function which you wanted to accomplish. For instance, you wanted to send out an email to your customer, right? Irrespective of the customer name or an account that they associated with. You perhaps want to send out a marketing email, right? So you can use the prompt. So you can build a prompt template where you can create a email prompt template, something like that. Um, and I mean that's one thing, right? Or um, you could do something. Yeah, you could do that, and uh, and you can also give the instructions what you wanted to do. You can pretty much achieve that. Or if you wanted to summarize, let's say, um, a record, you can use a generic prompt template and you can use it. There are a lot of things you can do with that, right? So in Trailhead, they give you a recipe, so a generic recipe you can template using which you can build other recipes, right? So similar concept when it comes to your prompt, right? Now, the thing with the prompt is that, right, obviously, it relies on the large language model, and so which means that your model has to be trained, right? So in case of Salesforce, we're going to use the Salesforce data to train the model, and so that your response will be basically driven by the data that's been your model has been trained on. And so the one thing you need to understand with the model, right? Sorry, with the prompt, is that you won't get it right in the first time, right? So for instance, you take a Chat GPT example, right? Chat GPT, you can use your Chat GPT to um, you can write a prompt on a ChatGPT interface, and then based on the prompt, you'll get a response. And if you're not happy with the response, you can say, "Hey, look, I want this changes done. I want that changes done." Based on that, you will get a perfect response, right? And you can improve your prompt as well using that feedback. Now, you can use a similar analogy when it comes to the Salesforce prompt template development because you may not get the expected result in the first try. You might have to tweak your prompt a bit. You might have to add extra stuff to it. You might have to take out some stuff from it, right? So you will see in action when I do the hands-on, right? So I'll get to know more what I'm talking about. From an exam point of view, right? You don't really need to know more from a hands-on perspective, but at least good to understand what's the use of the prompt and where you're going to use it, right? So yeah, so that's and also the you can also use this in the flow as well. So which is something you might use in the future. But yeah, um, so that's pretty much I wanted to talk about. Right, I understand it's a very small chapter. This is a pretty simple um, certification, right? So I got some Copilot stuff to teach you guys, and after the Copilot, perhaps um, we will do the model builder stuff, right? And that's after that, that's pretty much it. So I've covered pretty much most of the stuff, right? So, yep. So that being said, hope you guys have an amazing Saturday. Adios.